and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ellie. Today I have decided to take on the task of sorting and reorganizing my home library. So I thought I would make a video doing that. I will start off by giving a little tour of what it looks like at the moment. It's bad, I'm embarrassed, but we're gonna get it sorted today, and yeah, we'll organize it together and then I'll give you a finished tour. This is probably going to take me quite a while, so I don't want to talk anymore. Let's get on with it. Alright, so this is the before. The fantasy shelf isn't too bad, but there's just so much junk. I'm embarrassed to show this, honestly. But I have just filmed some videos, hence why there are some big random piles of books. I have an Etsy store where I make bookish products, so these trolleys have my Etsy stuff on, which I need to sort out. So again, like, there's a mess, but there's a reason behind the mess, and there's just gaps on my bookshelves. I've somehow lost some books that I need to find, and yeah, I have these boxes here. One of them's full of clothes that I need to donate to a charity shop, and another one's full of books I need to donate to a charity shop that I'm not going to go through today. So I need to move those out and, you know, make a point of actually going to the charity shops this week to drop off some donations, and some of this needs to go in these bins as well. So I'm going to start off by doing that, and then I'm going to sort out the Etsy stuff, and then I can go through these piles of books and work out how we're going to reorganize them on the shelves to have it looking nice, clean and pretty again. Right, first shelf I've organized. This is like my DNF shelf. So these are all books that are up for sale on my Vinted. So there are 2 rows. I keep these up for a while, and then if they don't go, I will just donate to charity shops or little free libraries. If you're interested in any of these, I will leave my Vinted username down below, because I do really need to get rid of all of these books. But yeah, these are ones that I'm not going to read, that I am getting rid of, but they're just going to be on a shelf for a bit. Then whilst going through that shelf, I have taken 3 books off that have just been on my Vinted for a while that I'm going to drop at a little free library. And then I also sold these books on Vinted yesterday, so putting these to one side so I can package them up to post out later today. So that's actually like a good stack gone already. So let's go on to actually cleaning up this place. Second bit of organisation done. The trolleys for my small business might not look organised, but it is. So on the top I have stickers and some of my own like promotional things. If you didn't know, I have a 3D printer, so I 3D print bookish signs. So I just have some of those and some bookmarks that I've made on the top. These are all things I've either already pre-printed ready to go, and some of them are seconds, and I'm about to introduce some key rings. So I have the key ring making stuff there, and then we have packing supplies, more packing supplies, more packing supplies and shipping receipts, and then my notebooks, because I don't really have anywhere else to put them. But we're going to wheel these out the way and we're going to get started on the exciting part, which is the bookshelves. At the moment, my shelves are organised by cowboy romance, hockey romance, sports romance, random romance, Zodiac Academy, sprayed edges, romance, romance with darker romance, random, young adult, popular kind of books, manga and graphic novels, YA again, and then this is all of my fantasy shelves. So I'm gonna go shelf by shelf, starting with the the cowboy romance, and we're gonna organize this. I do still need to hoover, but here we are. It is looking so much better, so let's give you a new tour. My desk is a bit of organised chaos. I have my university textbooks. This is full of stickers for journaling. I have my TBR jar with book titles in, and then my TBR mug, which you may have seen. I've started to do a TBR takedown, so that's all like a trope TBR jar. I have some sticky notes, a candle and a reading light, stationery, and just some little trinkets. So the Cowboy Romance, I just kind of stacked some books up, still all the same books, doesn't really look too different. Same with the Hockey Romance, it's a bit of a tight squeeze, so I do want to start making my way through my Hockey Romances, because I think of this section here, I've only read one book, so chances are I'm not going to end up loving every single one of these, so I could probably make some space if I start making my way through that shelf. Have one of the signs that I 3D printed, and just, that's a jelly cat, it's really cute. Then moving down, this was my sports romance shelf, but as you can see I've added like some random romances as well that just didn't really fit anywhere else. And the same for this shelf, I added over a couple of romances that were on that shelf, and I haven't touched the Zodiac Academy shelf at the bottom because those books are heavy and there's not really anywhere else to put them. Moving back to the sprayed edges, so this is now purely just sprayed edges. I've taken away the books on the end that were just like a plain colour sprayed edge, so this is all just like pretty sprayed edges now. Then we have romances. I've just moved some of these books around a little bit, but again, this is like a fake jelly cat that I thought was really cute. It was like £2 in a garden centre, and now I'm not gonna be able to get him to sit up again, am I? There we go. And another little trinkety thing. And then we have darker, spicier romances with some still spicy but fluffier, lighter romances. And then moving down, we have YA, sorry that's not going to focus, and a mix of dark and more YA random romances. And the bottom shelf is pretty much fully YA, but on the end I have a couple of thrillers and like adult romance arcs that I read last year. The third shelf along, I've never really like shown my wall, but I have decorated it with some things. So that was like a birthday card, but I thought it just looked cute on the wall. My friend gave me that. I got these flowers from B&M, and then I printed off like some author photos. So that is when we met Emma Lucy, and these are just like free prints that were given away in Waterstones. That sign was from B&M, some character art from when we met Emma Lucy, a rainbow. That is when we met Kaylin Bayron and Catherine Doyle and Catherine Webber, just some Vampire Diary stuff. My mum ordered me that sign when I first moved in here, and just some more bookish character art. So this space is just kind of got like a random decor on it, but honestly I think I might have to not get rid of this, but find another place for this and just have more books on this top shelf and get some bookends, because we're running out of space. But I just have some, these are like tabs and like bookmarks that are for actual books, and most of them have been freebies that I've been given when I purchased some books. I have some candles. I have my Zodiac Academy candles there with some vervain, this rabbit candle, and just a couple of like little 3D printed things that my fiance was just experimenting with, but I think they look cute. Cinema roll light. I have my stuff I did when I went pottery painting. So I did this bookmark holder. So this is all like bookmarks that I purchased on Etsy and things that aren't like freebie bookmarks. And then this I really want to put up on the wall, but I'm so scared it's gonna fall down and break. I have another jelly cat. This I asked for my birthday last year because I was going to paint it. It's like a cowboy boot vase. I want to get some fake flowers to go in it. I have some Lego flowers and just some more like Sanrio stuff and a Belle Funko Pop. This shelf hasn't changed too much. I managed to find the missing book from that series, but this is just kind of some favourite series. And then again, I haven't touched the manga, graphic novels or the YA shelves, but you can see what there is there now. I have a couple of arcs down there that I need to read as well. And then the vanity shelf, that hasn't changed, but I having to like pile books in random places now. There is a gap there because of the book I'm currently reading normally slots in there, but this is more like a sprayed edge shelf. All of these are fairy loot except that one. And this is the shelf. It has a very weird configuration. I had this in my last place, and then when I moved out, my partner's family had it for a while, and I don't know what they did, but they like reconfigured the shelves, and this one has a huge gap in it, and they like glued the shelves in so I can't move them. So this is really annoying me how there's a huge gap. But what I might do with this is, as I continue my Fairy Loot subscription, I might move those down onto this shelf and stack them sideways like that, and just have kind of like a sprayed edge square. But here we have hardback fantasies, and then just some more fantasies and arcs down the bottom. And then I also found another book that I'm going to donate to a little free library, and a book that I'm going to pass on to my best friend. So I think that was successful. That is a job that I have been needing to do for quite a while, and it just looks so much better now, and it just looks all cozy. I want to get some more fairy lights to put in here. Having a clean bookshelf just really motivates me to read, because I can actually see the books that I own, but I definitely do not have any more space for books. So this is my sign. Like, I cannot buy any more until I get rid of more. But a full unhaul is going to be for another day, because I think most of the books I have left are ones that I do really want to read, so they're all staying for the minute. But I think I might have to be ruthless in the coming months and just get rid of some that have been on there for way too long, even if I am interested in them. But anyway, thank you for watching this kind of random video, but let me know if you have any tips on organising your books. The only one I can give, I don't know if I'll be able to show you, but you can see the mangas are like double stacked. So I 3D printed those, but I've seen a lot of people have used like egg cartons to be able to double stack their books. Unfortunately, these shelves aren't wide enough for it to work, but this is a bully bookcase, and I've heard that they work best on there, so you can double stack all of your books, which honestly I might have to start doing soon, especially with my hockey romance shelf over there. But anyway, yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again next week with another video.